The following broadcast is the Westfield Roundball Game of the Week, brought to you by Brandon Outfitters, Planners First, David Reagan Ford, Sonic America's Drive-In, Com South, and proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics, Bill and Laura Amos. Now for the Middle Georgia Sports Network's pregame show, presented by Brandon Outfitters. Here are your hosts, Kenny Kofer and Brett Taylor.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Brandon Outfitters pregame show here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. I'm Kenny Kofer, alongside me, Brett Taylor, coming to you live here on MGSN, where the Westfield Hornets are set to take on the Augusta Prep Cavaliers here from the Hornets' Nest. And we just witnessed the girls' Lady Hornets victors here tonight over the Lady Cavaliers in a much better game this evening than it was a few nights ago. And I expect the same here tonight from the men's team, from the boys' team, excuse me. Ryan Fitzpatrick is one noticeable difference from this Westfield team. He sprained his ankle against Gatewood on Tuesday night, so he will not be in the lineup here this evening. So that means Tanner Westbrook will be taking his spot, Brett. And with Tanner comes a lot of versatility, maybe not as much offense, but he definitely brings energy.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially on the defensive end for the Lady Hornets. For the Hornets, and he does a great job getting them out in transition, so hopefully he can contribute on the defensive end. And this should be a good matchup. It was a close game up in Augusta, and Augusta Prep came away with a victory. Hopefully the Westfield Hornets can parlay a home game into a victory and split the season series with the Cavaliers here tonight. Should be a good matchup. I don't see any tree toppers there for Augusta Prep, and we kind of talked to them before the Lady Hornets started off, and they really told us that they're more of a perimeter-oriented team, like to shoot it a lot. So hopefully Westfield can turn them over defensively and get into their offense, especially that transition offense that they like to play.
Yeah, I was talking to Mike Waller there before the game, and he said over in Augusta last week that this Augusta Prep team made 9 threes in the game. So that is obviously going to be something that Coach Walls is paying attention to. Guard the perimeter and keep Giles down low. I mean, when you got big number 15 down there, he can kind of help out, obviously, down low. And then guard that perimeter three-point line and hopefully limit those, because you've seen the Atlanta Hawks. That's exactly what can happen. I mean, you can erase leads or you can build leads exponentially when you're able to shoot the three-point basket.
Yeah, no doubt. And you got to be able to play, field goal and three-point defense here in this ballgame if you're Westfield and you want to come away with a region victory. They're 2-1 in the region right now, and they really need to see if they can't get to 3-1 and get there in the upper echelon of the group here in the region play. So should be a great matchup. And what we'll do is we'll take a quick break and be back with the tip of the game, Westfield and the Cavaliers of Augusta Prep. On the other side of this break, you're listening to Westfield Hornet Basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember. Now, back to the basketball game action inside the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back into the Hornets' Nest and the Brandon Outfitters pregame show here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Almost set for action here between the Westfield Hornets and the Augusta Prep Cavaliers. And while we got a chance, we'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the Augusta Prep Cavaliers. They'll line up like this. Starting here tonight will be number 10, Danny Rosenblum. Also, his brother, number 11, Josh Rosenblum. As well as number 21, Chris Stone. Number 23, Miles Downing. And number 30, Christian Guthrie as well. So that is the starting five here tonight for the visiting Augusta Prep Cavaliers. And for the Westfield Hornets, they will line up like this here tonight. At guard will be number 5, Griffin Elmore. Also at guard, number 11, Marquise Watkins. Filling in tonight at the other guard position will be number 3, Tanner Westbrook. At forward will be number 23, John Bard. And at center will be number 15, Giles Amos. And Westfield will come out in their home whites with green numerals and with gold trim and green piping down the side. And the Cavaliers will be decked out in their road blues, gold numerals, with gold trim on the pants. So what are we going to look for here tonight, Brett? Just 3-point basketball? So does that bode well, you think, for maybe Griffin Elmore and John Bard for the offensive side of things for Westfield?
Yeah, you would think, but I think that the Augusta Prep players really noted how well Giles Amos plays the game of basketball, and they seemed to be maybe not intimidated with him, but very respected is Giles Amos by this team. So you might see some early looks for him, and then try to kick it out and get some threes after the defense collapses inside.
It'll be interesting to see how the two teams face off here tonight. Again, Augusta Prep defeated Westfield last week in Augusta, and from what I understand, it was the second of a back-to-back game after a long night there in Augusta. So Westfield kind of came out lethargic and lost that one there, but now they got the chance here in front of a large home crowd to play well and hopefully come up with a victory over the Cavaliers, who were runner-up last year in the state finals against Stratford, against that high-powered Eagle team who's now in the GHSA ranks. Giles Amos wins a tip straight to Griffin Elmore. It goes in and lays it in for 2. That was quick.
Yeah.
And here comes Augusta Prep now the other way with Westfield leading 2-0. Here on the near side with the basketball is Christian Guthrie. Guthrie swings it over now to Downing. Downing over to number 10, Danny Rosenblum. He gives it off to Guthrie. Guthrie with the left hand, trying to dribble to the middle of the floor. Throws it, tipped away, and goes out of bounds. I'm going to say it goes off of Downing. It looked like it was off Westbrook, but that'll work for Westfield.
Yeah, Westfield will take it, but I'm not sure about that. It looked like it went off Tanner Westbrook's hand, but Westfield will take it.
And John Bard with the basketball. He gives it back to Marquise Watkins. Now back over to Bard. Bard pump fakes a 3. Now Westbrook. Westbrook looking to try to get it inside to Giles. They had him double teamed. Swings it here near side. Griffin. Griffin pump fakes in. Pulls up at the elbow. No good on the shot. Rebound goes to Giles. Giles now goes straight up. Missed the shot, but tips his own miss back in. And Westfield now up 4-0 over Augusta Prep.
And that's a complete mismatch down low with Giles Amos and the Augusta Prep Cavaliers. They have no answer inside.
Now Chris Stone gives it over to Downing. And Downing gets the ball back from Rosenblum. Westfield doing a good job keeping them around the perimeter. But again, this is a great three-point shooting team, are the Cavaliers.
But they're extending the defense out, and I think they probably learned from last week's game, can't give any open looks.
Now long jumper, no good. And back comes Westfield. Watkins inside to Giles Amos. Giles goes up. He's fouled and count the basket.
They took it off. Man, they said it was on the floor.
Oh, wow.
They're going to call it on the floor? Wow.
That is a bad call there.
Yeah, he was in the motion of turning to the goal, and Giles can't believe it.
That is a terrible call.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good foul call, but he was in the shooting motion. I think they're talking about Josh Jenkins while he ties his shoe, or what's going on?
No, the actual cheerleaders.
Oh, the cheerleaders. Okay, I thought he said the students.
Weren't they there during the girls' game?
I believe so. I mean, it's not for their safety, but right now they're standing there like deer in headlights, kind of just looking. They're trying to figure out where they can go. Coach Mr. Carroll's trying to find them a spot. But they're going to go ahead and let them go. I guess if they cluster up, they figure the strength in numbers. So no basket. Giles gets it down low. He goes up, high off the glass and in.
Can't stop him.
He is definitely
Just
turned into a dominating force. Now swing it here to Guthrie. Guthrie over to Chris Stone. Stone swings it to Downing. Downing now almost stepping out was Guthrie. Now Downing with the right hand, dribbles, throws it inside, is in and out of the hands of Giles Amos, but Watkins saves it back over to Bard. 6-0 Westfield, 5:40 to go first quarter.
This is kind of vintage Westfield. They like to get out and go and get an early lead. They're going to have to handle things in the middle quarters.
And a foul on the floor will go on number 30, Christian Guthrie. That's the team's second, as Guthrie's first. And we got some substitutions now as Matthew Defer will come in, along with number 5, Ryan Jolly. Entry pass goes to Griffin Elmore, gives over to Watkins. Watkins dribbles with the right hand, gets the play from Coach Walls. John Bard gets the basketball on the far side. Now back over to Watkins. Bounce pass to Giles. Giles pulls up and knocks it down. Giles Amos on fire here so far in the first quarter. We have a timeout on the floor. And we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Westfield Basketball here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Once installed, you can't stop it from spreading. Introducing Kudzu from ComSouth, entertainment, media, and communications throughout the entire home from room to room. The ComSouth Kudzu whole home DVR allows you to connect up to 5 TVs, and with the high-speed media gateway, digital cable, HD TV, high-speed internet, and telephone services will spread throughout your house like Kudzu 2. Stop by and learn more at any ComSouth location in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley, or go to comsouth.net.
Now, back to the basketball game action inside the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back into the Hornets' Nest, where Westfield leads 8-0 over Augusta Prep with just over 5 minutes left to go in this opening quarter. Lady Hornets victors earlier, and now we got a foul on the floor as it will go on Giles Amos.
Wow. Must have called a ticky-tack hand check inside.
So first team foul for Westfield. Jolly will inbound. Bounce pass over to Defer, back over to Jolly. Now it gives over to Downing. Downing drives with the left hand. Looking for help. Good defense by Tanner. Now open for 3 is that's Christian Guthrie. No good. Rebound goes to Giles Amos. Oh! And Giles tripped up from behind. That'll go on number 30, Christian Guthrie. That's his second.
Giles was safe on that one. Just getting a little early baseball practice.
Now checking in the game will be Chase Prather to replace Guthrie, and Guthrie quickly made sure he told Giles that was purely an accident, Mr. 6'5".
Yeah, I think they just got their legs tangled up, feet hit each other.
So John Bard looking for the basketball. He'll get it now at the top of the key. Give it over to Tanner. Tanner back over to John. John open for 3. No good. Rebound goes back to Augusta Prep. That looked good there from John, but it couldn't fall. And here come the Cavaliers trailing at 8-0. Prather gives it over to Downing. Downing inside.
Westfield doing a very good job defensively. They're covering pretty much all their bases here so far.
Now Downing with the left hand. He'll spin. Throw it out now. It's tipped and stolen away by Marquise Watkins. Here comes Watkins. Looks, spins, gives it to Giles in the lane, and he dunks it. Giles Amos with the dunk. Not the prettiest of dunks, Kyle Korver-esque, but it will count. And Westfield now up 10-0 halfway through this first quarter. Foul going to be called there on John Bard. Hand check. That is John's first, team's second. John had to put something there on the bench. Not sure what that was, but 3:49 left to go in the first quarter. It's 10-0 Westfield. Jolly gives it over to the number 11. That is Josh Rosen. 21, excuse me. That is Chris Stone. Stone now guarded by Elmore. Dribbles with the left hand, pushes off, pulls up, and knocks down a jumper. Good shot that time from Chris Stone.
Created the separation with the off arm there. Surprised that wasn't called, as we've seen a lot of really close hand checking calls.
Now John Bard gives over to Watkins. Watkins now with Griffin Elmore. Foot on the line. Air ball. No good. Looked like he was going to line up for a 3, but foot on the line, and it kind of threw off his timing.
And he kind of fumbled it, you know.
So Josh Rosenblum checks back in the game for Matthew Defer. What happened there?
I don't know.
Matthew Moore and that student section having a good time. Prather gives it over to Downing for three, and it's good. Looked like his foot was on the line, but Todd Thomas gives him the benefit of the doubt, and they've cut the lead in half 10-5.
Yeah, obviously you can see what they're going to do. So they're going to shoot it from the outside.
Now John Barr, the entry pass into Griffin Elmore, and it's in for two. Good pass from John. And Westfield back up by 7 with 2:40 to go first quarter. Downing gives over to Prather. Prather, near side wing, looking for help. And he gives it off now to Stone. Stone drives, going to pull up a three. Rainbow bank shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That was so lucky.
That was a prayer if I've ever seen one, but it counts, and it's 12-8. So Westfield had a 10-point lead, and they trimmed it to 4, have the Cavaliers.
Wow.
Watkins drives the right hand, goes a little runner, and puts it in. Marquise Watkins showing a little offensive skill there. 14-8 now, Westfield. Stone, or Jolly now at point guard, gives it off to Stone. Now Downing, guarded by Westbrook. Has it stolen away by Marquise Watkins. Watkins gives it off to Giles. Giles is going to be fouled as he goes up and misses the layup. Downing holding his side there after he had it stolen away. Josh Rosenblum's first, team's fourth, and Giles will go to the line to shoot 2.
Surprised that wasn't intentional. He basically wrapped his arms around him.
Giles knocks down the first of 2. First time to the free throw line here tonight for Westfield. It's checking in will be Hamp Gibbs, as well as Danny Rosenblum.
Wonder how much Giles is going to stay in tonight. Coach Walls normally likes to rotate him out, but he's dominating.
And the first one rolls in and falls through, and he'll get a break here on the last minute and 39 of the first quarter. He's got a game-high 10 points, 10 of the 16 here for Westfield. And now they swing it here over to Rosenblum. Back over to Jolly. Jolly will spin around, throw it up, and get it to drop. So 16-10.
3 prayers here I've seen tonight. They've all been answered.
Just over a minute to go in this opening quarter. John Bard open for 3. Good. John Bard knocks it down. First 3-pointer of the game for Westfield. 19-10. Under a minute now. Rosenblum gives it off to his brother Danny. Danny now to Prather. Prather drives, kicks it out to Danny Rosenblum. Fakes a 3. Now he's going to pull it back out with 45 seconds left in the first. Josh Rosenblum, guarded by Gavin Edmondson. They give it off to Stone. Stone puts it in. That's Jolly with a little floater. And it's 19-12 with 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Watkins, what a pass down low to Gavin Edmondson, who puts it in. Man, he is unreal with the passes. 21-12. 15 seconds. Josh Rosenblum looking for help. Gives off to Hamp Gibb. And now Jolly traveled. And that's a turnover. Gives it back to Westfield. And Westfield will be able to say it? I have no clue.
I thought it said block the veal.
And they'll give it over here for a wide open 3 from Reagan Waller at the buzzer. Air ball, no good. And that'll do it on the first quarter. Your score, Westfield 21, Augusta Prep 12. You're listening to Westfield basketball here in the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Now, back to the basketball game action inside the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back here into the Hornets' Nest, where after one quarter of play, Westfield leads 21-12 over the Augusta Prep Cavaliers, and it's been all Giles Amos so far here in the first quarter, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. Giles has been able to connect on some turnaround jumpers inside the lanes. Really no answer for Augusta Prep, and Augusta Prep has found some offense from the outside. A few, should you say, fortunate bounces and finds for Augusta Prep, but nonetheless, they make a lot of shots because they take a lot of them, and you're just going to have to play better defense out on the perimeter to try to get a hand in their face.
So now Guthrie with the basketball. He'll give it off to Danny Rosenblum. Danny swings it far side over to Stone. Stone. Cross-court pass to Jolly. Jolly guarded by Watkins. Bounce pass. He's going to go out of bounds. Off the hands of Hamp Gibbs as Cam Forrester was there defensively. And quickly there's going to be a change in the lineup as Griffin Elmore will come in to replace John Bard.
Yeah, good defense right there as Cam was able to work around his offensive player that he was guarding, and he just created a very difficult angle there on the pass.
Oh, and Reagan Waller almost had to go through his hands out of bounds, but he regains possession. He has the basketball, gives it off to Gavin Edmondson. Gavin being trapped in the corner, gives it back over to Reagan. Reagan, cross-court pass to Griffin Elmore. Now to Watkins, drives the baseline, and he's going to step on the inline. Turnover. Looks like he got forced out there.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is you're driving baseline, the guy's out of position, and he hits you. It's got to be a foul. I mean, I just don't understand that. The official almost looked like he's out of position to make the call.
So, turnover gives it back to the Cavs.
I see that a lot, though, on the baseline calls. They're more worried about where the feet are than who's hitting them.
Swinging around here to Christian Guthrie, and now Downing will give it to Rosenblum. Westfield's doing a very good job in putting some defensive pressure far out beyond the basket and make them think about those threes they've been trying to take. Great job by Gavin there on Downing.
This is where you would love to see a shot clock in high school basketball.
Absolutely. I mean, they are just smothering them out beyond the arc. Now Downing, they're setting screens, trying to find open shots, and jump.
Oh, wow. Good call.
Go with Westfield. They lost the ball on the way up, came down with it, and it's going to give the ball back over to Westfield as Giles Amos got himself about 3 minutes worth of game rest. And
Who's going to inbound the ball here?
Tanner will inbound the basketball. So it's Westbrook, Watkins, Reagan Waller, Griffin Elmore, and Giles Amos. And we're going to have some substitutions here as Hamp Gibbs will check out, and checking back in. I think they got their starting five out there. Do the Cavaliers. Watkins gives off the left hand to Reagan Waller. Reagan takes a three. Now Watkins over to Griffin Elmore, wide open for three. Off the back iron, no good. And Tanner it'll stay with Westfield. They're going to say it's out off Downing.
Yeah, Mr. Thomas had to have a little help right here, and the near side official said it went off of blue. So fortunate for Westfield.
And Giles down low gets it to roll.
Wow.
Man.
You can't do nothing with him.
Nah, he's about impossible to stop down low. 23-12, Westfield. Now Stone, guarded by Reagan Waller. Waller, a lot of extended action here with Ryan Fitzpatrick out. Front iron on a long three, no good. Rebound to Watkins. Watkins quickly up the floor. Goes coast to coast, puts it up, and no good. A foul called on Downing. Oh, that's going to go on number 10. Excuse me, that is on Danny Rosenblum. That's the team's fifth. Rosenblum's first, so Watkins will go to the line to shoot two.
Westfield doing a great job, and Marquise Watkins, I don't think, has made a bad play so far in this game.
Here he goes to the line. Line drive, no good. Remains an 11-point lead for Westfield. Watkins can double them up here with this free throw. And it's up and in. So 24-12. Westfield on top here in the second quarter with 5:45 left to go before halftime. Rosenblum gives it off to Guthrie. Guthrie, baseline jumper, good.
They can shoot.
Yeah, you give them an open look. You can see why they are successful and were the state runner-ups last year. Elmore. Wow, that is a foul if I've ever seen one. Got to go there on number 30, Guthrie. If so, that'll be his third. It is.
Going after the basketball, and he just plowed over Tanner.
Well, that was a bad pass by Griffin. I didn't see why he was even trying to get it to Tanner. He had no room, had two defenders on him. Luckily, that foul kind of bailed him out. Rosenblum checks out, and Jolly checks back in. Good job of swinging the basketball. Griffin thought about a three. Gets it back now from Waller. Bounce pass.
Kicked it.
Kick ball on Downing. Downing kind of looks like the Chris Long, the kid from Dodgeball and Accepted.
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Nice guy, though. We talked to him a lot before the game. Good kid. Now Bard swings it here to Tanner Westbrook. Cross-court pass to Griffin. Griffin now to Watkins. Watkins gives it to John Bard, open for three in the corner. John, no good. Off the back of the rim. John now 1 of 3 on the evening for 3 points. Downing back over to Jolly. Jolly drive. Steps out now. In and out, no good. Good looking shot, though. Watkins over to Griffin Elmore for 3. Drano. Griffin Elmore. And Westfield up by 12, 26-14.
Yeah, good looking shot right there. Stepped into the three, had plenty of space.
27. Brett's ahead of the scoreboard. I like it. And that's got to be a foul on Giles, and it is. Count the basket there from Josh Rosenblum. They got Giles off his feet and couldn't do much. That's Giles' second, team third. So Giles will probably come out here in a few moments, you would
nice
think.
Up and under move right there, and got Giles up in the air a little bit with 4:26 left to go here in the second quarter. Westfield's on top by 11 points, and he can cut the lead to 10.
Misses that free throw, but Prather taps it back out. And now Jolly gives it to Rosenblum and swings it to Downing. Downing back over to Rosenblum. And he crosses himself up almost, falls to the floor, but gets it back.
Westfield's kind of changing their defense like a matchup.
Stone got the rebound, but foul going to be called on Jolly.
27-16 your score.
Westfield looking good here so far. That foul was the team's 7th. So, yeah, it should be a 1-and-1, and it is. What's going on?
It's not. Maybe he called it out of bounds instead of a foul. I don't know.
Must have been. I think it was. So, not a foul on Jolly. Next foul, though, will put them into the bonus. Now, Griffin Elmore open for 3.
Yep.
Gets the roll. Count it. Back-to-back threes by Griffin Elmore. And it's 30-16 Westfield. Downing gives it over to Rosenblum. Rosenblum swings it to Prather. Prather guarded closely by John Bard. Now Rosenblum. Downing. Man, they are just all over him right now defensively. Westfield switching, doing a great job. Now Prather for 3 from the corner. Off the side of the backboard. No good. And here comes Watkins. Oh, a little carry action. Yep, that's a good call. Carry there on Westfield. Turnover gives it back to the Cavs.
And Giles coming out of the game. Cam Forster coming in to replace him.
They look good here tonight.
Oh, yeah, they played very well, and they play good defensively. But, you know, that 3 ball can always keep a team like Augusta Prep in it, so Westfield's going to have to continue.
So Jolly gives her to Rosenblum. Josh looking for his brother down low, but he's going to pull it out now. Swings it here near side to Prather. Prather drives the baseline, goes up, blocked from behind by John Bard. But Rosenblum gets the rebound, gives it back to Prather. He again misses the shot. And here comes Tanner Westbrook. And they're going to slow things down. With Watkins, you can tell he's tired.
He's been out there the whole time.
Yeah, he's all lathered up, hands on his knees. Ball tucked against his right arm and hip. And now he's got the 5-second count on. Drives the lane, has it stolen away by Josh Rosenblum. And here comes Jolly. Jolly will go up and lay it in for two. Good job by Bard getting back there. Almost came up with the block, slapping the backboard. So 30-18, your score with 2:12 left. And Tanner Westbrook goes coast to coast and misses the shot there. But he plays good defense, and now they got him stuck. But he gets across half-court line. And now Rosenblum with the left hand gives it out to Prather. Prather almost walked there. Pivot foot shifting around. Gets the ball back. Again on the baseline. Pass out to Jolly. Inside to Rosenblum. And he needs help. Bounce pass to his brother. Now Prather open for three. And he gets the bounce. Back iron off the backboard and in. 9 points, so it's back to single digits.
They get more rolls than Little Debbie.
I was about to say something else, but that'll work. Tanner Westbrook. And a foul called on John Bard. Legal screen. That is Bard's second, team's fourth. Minute 21 left to go before halftime. Westfield leads by 9. Rosenblum gives off the brother and back over to Josh. Now driving the lane is Jolly. He's going to have it.
Great play by Cam Forrester.
Yeah, Cam.
Just taking it right off his hand.
Yeah, Jolly drove, but Cam just had that ball eye level and just kind of ripped it right off of his hands. Edmondson and Burnett checking into the game. Watkins checking out along with John Bard. So Bard and Amos both with 2 fouls here in this first half. Just over a minute left. He better inbound it. He's got almost 5 seconds. It's tipped. Long three from Stone. Front iron. No good. Now here comes Griffin, excuse me.
Sorry about that. Almost knocked the camera off the table.
Now Austin goes in the lane and puts it up and in. Austin Burnett.
I heard that from up here. He got hacked too.
So Austin extends it back out to 11, 32-21. Now Josh Rosenblum gives it off to Jolly. Jolly drives.
Good defense, and he walked.
Yep.
Great job sliding into the passing lane by Austin and forcing the walk. Right there was Cam Forrester and Tanner Westbrook playing great defense down low. I'd hold this one.
Yeah, we're down to 32 seconds. Griffin is playing point here at the moment. But he's going to fire a three. And he knocked it down. Griffin Elmore. 3 3-pointers here in this second quarter. And he's got 13 points on the game. Under 20 seconds, 15, and Westfield is up by 14. Danny Rosenblum guarded closely by Austin Burnett. And a touch foul.
A good foul.
Yeah, that's not bad. You got a couple fouls to give.
Yep.
And Coach Walls was saying, what are you calling? He's telling him you got to give up the basketball. You can't sit there and dribble it like that for 5 seconds without making a move to the basket.
I agree. This is where a no-shot clock benefits a team like Augusta Prep. They can move it around as long as they want, and eventually they're going to find a shot. You can only guard for so long.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Rosenblum with the basketball. He's got one. They're not going to get. They got it off, but no good. So that'll do it here for the first half. Westfield leads 35-21 over the Augusta Prep Cavaliers. We'll take a quick break and be back with the Planners First halftime show and an interview with Whitley Young from the Lady Hornets right after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
Remember those old Western movies? You could always tell the good guys by their white hats. Well, today the styles have changed, but the hat's still white. At David Reagan Ford in Perry, we focus on being good citizens and good neighbors with straightforward deals, a firm handshake, and no hassle negotiating. Visit us on the web or stop by David Reagan Ford just off I-75, exit 136 in Perry. David Reagan Ford.
You know us. We're the guys in the white hats.
Once installed, you can't stop it from spreading. Introducing Kudzu from ComSouth, entertainment, media, and communications throughout the entire home from room to room. The ComSouth Kudzu whole home DVR allows you to connect up to 5 TVs, and with the high-speed media gateway, digital cable, HD TV, high-speed internet, and telephone services will spread throughout your house like Kudzu 2. Stop by and learn more at any ComSouth location in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley, or go to comsouth.net.
Whew, half-price shakes for the winter solstice?
So great, right?
Yeah, and I just finished all my solstice shopping.
Oh, cool. Hey, what'd you get me?
I got you this half-price shake.
Cool. I mean, I don't really need this.
Well, you can regift it.
Well, here you go.
And did you get me anything?
Yeah, I got you the shake.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah, I guess so. Oh, but you already have one, so now you regift it to me.
Oh, regifting is so tacky.
They're the gift that keeps on giving. Real ice cream shakes are half price all day Monday, December 22nd. This is how you Sonic.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel. From football to chorus, art to tennis, and basketball to debate, Westfield students aspire to be champions. It's the Westfield experience. To learn more about the Westfield School, visit our website, westfieldschool.org, or call our admissions office at 987-0547. The Westfield School, ready for college, ready for life.
Now back to Kenny and Brett with the Middle Georgia Sports Network's halftime show, presented by Planners First.
Welcome back into the Planners First halftime show. I'm Kenny Kofer. Alongside me, senior basketball player Whitley Young. Thank you for joining me. I know you're a little nervous, but it'll be okay. And, hey, big win tonight. How important was it to come back after kind of a tough game on Tuesday night in which y'all you looked a little tired, but you came out and played such great defense here tonight?
It was really important. It brought our team's confidence back, so it was good.
Yeah, so I imagine how bad was practice on Wednesday through Thursday with Coach Champion?
It was pretty hard. They got onto us a lot, but.
So do you feel now, you're one of the few seniors on the team, you and Caitlin, do you feel like pressure that they have to rely, you got to kind of step up as a leader and kind of tell some of these young girls, like Winter, who's having to fill in with Jackie and Gracie, just calm down, it'll be okay, and work out like that?
Yeah, I do, but they're doing a really good job. I've been really proud of them.
Well, let's talk about you a little bit personally. Obviously, here tonight you were, 2 of 6 in the first half. We had you 0 of 2 in the second, so you had 4 points on 2 of 8 shooting. So when you seem to be really comfortable with your jump shot. That seems to be your favorite. But is that the position you like? You like playing more shooting guard? Would you rather be handling the ball a little bit more? No?
I would rather play shooting guard.
Yeah, not as much. Callie Hammerly, I think everybody kind of got spoiled by having her the past couple of years because she was such a great ball handler. But how cool is it to see somebody like Caitlin step in, and it's really not her comfort level, but she's doing such a good job and doing other things even if her shot's not working.
It's been awesome to see her do it.
Yeah. So, college next year. Are you excited? I mean, obviously, how long have you been at Westfield? You've done all 13 years here?
All 13.
Oh, my gosh. So this will be a whole new ball game for you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, next year you're talking about what are your thoughts on going to college? Where are you looking at right now?
Georgia College or Kennesaw.
Any idea what you want to major in?
Pre-med.
Pre-med. Okay. So you want to do like a full-on doctor? You want to be a trainer or what?
Doctor.
Okay. Any specific area?
That I haven't figured out yet.
Not sure? Okay, so you're much smarter than me. You won't be sitting up here, and I see your friends down there looking at you. You're on the radio, but hey, it's okay. I can't remember what her name is. What's her name? The one in the front?
Hannah Livingston.
Hannah Livingston, okay. See, we'll have to get her up here soon, but she's too busy paying attention. But anyway, so you're looking at pre-med. You're much smarter than us. You won't be back here, I'm sure. So you're going to come back to Perry? Is that your plan, is to come back one day, or you want to go to the big city?
I don't know. I'll probably end up coming back.
Okay, so you're a down-home girl, huh? You love it here in Perry?
I do.
Well, that's cool. So you got any brothers, sisters, anybody else who attends here at Westfield?
I have 2 little brothers.
So you're like everybody looks up to you in your household, huh? How old are your little brothers?
12 and 15.
Now, are they basketball players, baseball players, all that?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Now, does your brother play in the B team? Is he the one that's the point guard? Kind of got the curly hair?
Curly hair, yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Yeah, I see him and Austin are kind of the 2 leaders on that team. So we'll see you back, I'm sure, this fall and whatnot, coming back for football games. So
I'll be coming back.
It's not that bad up here, is it?
No.
It's okay. Yeah, it's a little warm. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining us. Give us a recommendation. We'll tell Coach Champion, who do you want to see up here next game?
Chelsea.
Chelsea Whaley? See, now were you part of the World Championship softball too?
No, I wasn't. We're just really good friends.
Okay, so we'll make sure that we'll get Chelsea up here next time, and you can watch the whole time and just laugh at her. So.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Chelsea Whaley. Thank you, Whitley Young, for joining us. We appreciate it, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a quick break and be back with more on the Planet's First Halftime Show right after this on the Middle Georgia Sports. Set your own banking hours with Planners First Online Banking. Planners First Online Banking allows you to connect and access your bank accounts 24/7. For those that are always on the go, you can check your balances, pay your bills, transfer funds anytime and anywhere you have internet access. Let Planners First Online Banking make your life a little easier. Planners First, a legacy of excellence since 1896. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
Hey, wait, that door, Jim. All right.
Remember those old Western movies? You could always tell the good guys by their white hats. Well, today the styles have changed, but the hat's still white. At David Reagan Ford and Perry, we focus on being good citizens and good neighbors with straightforward deals, a firm handshake, and no hassle negotiating. Visit us on the web or stop by David Reagan Ford just off I-75, exit 136 in Perry. David Reagan Ford.
You know us. We're the guys in the white hats.
Once installed, you can't stop it from spreading. Introducing Kudzu from ComSouth, entertainment, media, and communications throughout the entire home from room to room. The ComSouth Kudzu whole home DVR allows you to connect up to 5 TVs, and with the high-speed media gateway, digital cable, HD TV, high-speed internet, and telephone services will spread throughout your house like Kudzu 2. Stop by and learn more at any ComSouth location in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley, or go to comsouth.net.
Whew, half-price shakes for the winter solstice?
So great, right?
Yeah, and I just finished all my solstice shopping.
Oh, cool. Hey, what'd you get me?
I got you this half-price shake.
Cool. I mean, I don't really need this.
Well, you can regift it.
Well, here you go.
And did you get me anything?
Yeah, I got you the shake.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah, I guess so. Now, but you already have one, so now you regift it to me.
Oh, regifting is so tacky.
They're the gift that keeps on giving. Real ice cream shakes are half price all day Monday, December 22nd. This is how you Sonic.
On the athletic field and in the classroom, students at the Westfield School are preparing to meet the challenging demands of the 21st century. Our dedicated faculty teaches and inspires students from pre-K to 12th grade to think critically and learn globally, preparing our students for college in a Christian environment that has been the Westfield mission for more than 44 years. And our students excel. From football to chorus, art to tennis, and basketball to debate, Westfield students aspire to be champions. It's the Westfield experience. To learn more about the Westfield School, visit our website, westfieldschool.org, or call our admissions office at 987-0547.
And welcome back. Had to cut that commercial a little short. We're back here for the third quarter. And Westfield leads 35-21. Swing it over here to Rosenblum. Danny swings it near side to Guthrie. Guthrie down. They swing it around. Back over to Rosenblum in the far corner. Now Guthrie going to drive the lane. He's going to pull up, go up with the left hand. No good. Rebound goes to Giles Amos. And here comes Giles. Giles gives it off to John Bard now. 14-point lead for Westfield. We'll go over some stats for you when we have a moment. Those stats will be brought to you by ComSouth. Cross-court pass to Griffin Elmore for three. Ooh, air ball.
It went off of Augusta Prep, though.
It did. And
went off of 23.
Not a good start there for Griffin, who made three-pointers there in the first half. Leading scorer in the game, 13 points. And a pass stolen away by Danny Rosenblum, or Josh. Gosh, I'm going to get these two mixed up every single time. And now they give it off to Guthrie. Thought about a three. They'll swing it around. Downing back over to Guthrie. Again, Westfield leading by 14 here. Just underway in the third quarter, about a minute in. Now Downing. Looking to pass. John Barr gets a piece. They are definitely not shy about not taking shots, and they're looking for that shot.
And that's okay with Westfield as long as they can make them work it down and force them to take a tough shot, even though this is wide open.
Now, a wide open three, no good. Rebound goes to Tanner Westfield. Lucky he was fouled, but no call. Now, inside, go to Giles. Giles puts it in and count the foul. That'll go on. Number 30, Guthrie. That is his fourth foul. And Giles Amos to the line to try to get a three-point play here. Giles 5 of 6 in the first half for 12 points. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Dominant in that first quarter. Didn't make but one basket. He missed the free throw here. Only made one basket and only took one shot in the second quarter. Downing for three. No good. Rebound goes to Giles. Giles over to Bard. Now Watkins. Watkins guarded by Rosenblum. Westfield up by 16. 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
Just let the clock run down. You're up 16. Just keep it
Do what they
going.
do. Play the same style. Just spread it around, swing it around. No shot clock. You can take advantage of it just as much as they can. Cross-court pass. Griffin Elmore drives in, going to go up. No foul called.
Wow.
He's going to miss that shot, and it goes back over.
Too much contact and not be a foul. Either way, it was either a charge or a block. One of the two.
So the lead stays at 16 with 5:30 left here in the first half, or in the third quarter. Bounce pass in to Rosenblum. Looking for help. Finds Stone. Stone gets a screen and fires a three and drains it. They touch every part of the rim, do the Augusta Prep Cavaliers when they make a shot. 13-point lead now for Westfield. Watkins just dribbling here, and now Holly's going to make him pass the basketball. There's the 5-second count. And now he's got John Bard opening for three, but they're going to call a foul on the pass. That'll go on number 5, Jolly. That's the team's second here in this second half. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Listen to Westfield basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember.
And welcome back in here to the Hornets' nest. Ball tipped around, but John Bard picks up the loose ball and makes the basket, and he's fouled. So he will go to the line. The foul goes on number 21, Stone, his second. So Bard looking to complete the three-point play here. And he does just that. And Westfield back up by 16. 4:40 left in the third quarter. Swings it here to Downing. Downing over to Jolly. Jolly. Almost a screen there. Legal screen.
Vladi Divac.
Vladi Divac. Now Jolly trying to get a bounce pass inside. Westfield's just doing a great job defensively. He loses it going up, but he throws it off the leg of John Bard, so they will retain possession. Crafty move there from Jolly to keep the basketball with the Cavs. Rosenblum gives it off to brother Danny. Hey, I got it right. Danny and Josh. That's Danny there, the lefty. Gives it down low to Josh. Josh, good up and under.
Ooh, oh my goodness. That was all ball.
And Bard looking amazed.
That's terrible.
That is going to be Bard's
That's an awful call.
third foul, so he might not be long for the game. And
that's called a Johnny-come-lately call. He saw the last little bit of it.
So to the line to shoot two.
Ball don't lie.
It'll be Josh Rosenblum. A little chanting going back and forth between the few Augusta Prep girls and the student section from Westfield. And the free throw was good from Rosenblum, and he'll check out now. As coming in the game will be Prather. 40-25. Westfield leading here just halfway through this third quarter. And now Watkins going to get double teamed. Triple teamed almost, and the foul will go on number 24, Prather. His first, team's fourth. Westbrook inbounds the basketball to Watkins. Swings over to Bard. Bard had trouble controlling it. Shoots a three, no good, but Griffin right there to put it back in for two. Good job that time by Griffin following the basketball. Biggest lead of the night, 17 for Westfield. Jolly, nowhere to go on the baseline. He's going to go up, though, and find a little crease and lay it in for two. 42-29. Watkins gives it over to Bard. Bard. Double team now. Westbrook will send a screen. Now they lob it over to Griffin Elmore. Trying to find Giles, but they got him doubled down low. Now John Bard for three. Front iron, no good. John can't find it tonight. Oh. Hopefully he's all right. He slipped over there. John struggling with his three-point shot. He's only made one. He is now two of five overall from the field. Downing, bounce pass down low. Inside goes to Defer, and he kicks it out to Stone. Stone drives with the left hand. Now swings it. Downing over to Jolly. Jolly drives with the left hand, spins in the lane, goes up, and he's going to be blocked, and they're going to call a foul. Should be on the floor. It's going to go on Watkins. They're going to take two shots. Wow. How is that two shots if he got fouled on the floor before he went up? Because if that, it was a block by Giles.
Goodness gracious, that's awful.
In and out goes the free throw, and Westfield's going to come with some substitutions. Amos, Bard, and Watkins out. Waller, Forrester, and Edmondson in. Second of 2 free throws on the way. Also out, and Edmondson is going to have the ball go out of bounds off of Miles Downing, and Westfield has possession. Still a 15-point lead. Tanner dribbles it.
Oh, no, it hit his foot. That is awful.
It goes
what game are you watching?
It goes off of the foot of Prather.
That is so bad.
Coach Wall says, how does the ball bounce backwards
that's so bad.
Off a foot facing the opposite direction? They swing it here now to Prather. Prather looking for somebody, anybody.
Sorry to get that animated, but that was just a blatant call. I don't know how you missed that.
Now driving the lane is Prather going to call a foul on the floor. That's going to go on Griffin Elmore.
The officials have become the stars of the quarter here.
Yet Westfield still retains possession, or still maintains a 15-point lead. They inbound the basketball to Jolly. Jolly. Waller all over him here. Downing. Drive, kicks to Jolly. Jolly with a three-pointer, front iron. No good. Rebound goes to Tanner Westbrook. They are shooting very poorly here tonight, are the Cavs. Westbrook, nowhere to go. Just straight up stolen that time. Good job of defense by Josh Rosenblum. Now Jolly bounce pass, stolen away by Griffin Elmore. That could have been double dribble right there, but Griffin retains, goes up.
It's got to be a foul.
And they're going to call a blocking foul. 2 shots. Griffin will go to the line. Foul goes on number 5, Jolly. So Griffin to the line. And this will be his first time tonight to the free throw line. He's got 15 points on the game. Makes the first 2. Substitution now for Westfield. Watkins comes in for Westbrook. Stone and Rosenblum re-enter for Deffer and number 23, Downing. Second of 2 on the way and good from Griffin Elmore.
Westfield trying to build on that lead, and they did that in the second quarter with the smaller unit coming in the game, so might see some of that same action here in this third quarter.
Jolly looking for help. He's got Rosenblum open for 3. The lefty shoots and makes it. 14-point lead now for Westfield with 1:20 left in this third quarter. Edmondson gives off to Elmore. Elmore back out to Watkins. Watkins a little behind the back. Now over to Griffin for 3. Oh, that looked good. No good off the side of the back. Of the side of the iron. And now Rosenblum has it tipped away. And Griffin Elmore gets the outlet pass. He goes up with the right hand. It's blocked. Good job on defense getting back there by Chris Stone. And, that's a foul. And that'll go on Gavin Edmondson. That's Gavin's first. Hey, you can't.
It's one of those stop in the middle of the lane, pass interference type deal.
Right.
Back shoulders,
Not much you can do about it. I mean, they're running full speed. You're trying to catch them, and they stop. It's just bound to happen. Almost a 5-second violation on the inbound. Travel.
Yeah, push off. Good call right there.
So the foul will go on number 21, Stone.
I'm becoming more of a fan than a broadcaster right now, but these officials got me all riled up.
He's doing more of a, that was a Michael Jordan, Byron Russell type.
That wasn't a foul.
MJ never fouls. Now Watkins swings over to Waller. Now Griffin Elmore down low to Cam Forrester and just overshot that one, air ball. But Westfield gets the possession back. Now Watkins high up the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in.
Good job. Nice job of finding his own rebound after an errant first shot.
So Westfield back up by 16 with only 20 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Stone, bounce pass, tip, stolen away. Griffin Elmore behind the back now.
What a great back behind the back.
Looking for help. You got Reagan Waller. Oh, down to 10, under 10. Elmore's going to have it. Now gives it to Watkins with 5. Watkins has got to pull up and shoot a 3 here. Going to pull up, shoot a jumper, look good. Front iron, no good. And that'll do it on a hectic third quarter, but Westfield leads here 46-30 as we go to the fourth. You're listening to Westfield basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Wait, my dog Jim.
Remember those old Western movies? You could always tell the good guys by their white hats. Well, today the styles have changed, but the hat's still white. At David Reagan Ford and Perry, we focus on being good citizens and good neighbors with straightforward deals, a firm handshake, and no hassle negotiating. Visit us on the web or stop by David Reagan Ford just off I-75, exit 136 in Perry. David Reagan Ford.
You know us. We're the guys in the white hats.
Now, back to the basketball game action inside the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back as we're set to start the fourth quarter here from the Hornets' Nest. Kenny Cofer, Brett Taylor on the call as the Westfield Hornets lead 46-30 after three quarters over the Augusta Prep Cavaliers. Westfield looking to avenge the loss last week over in Augusta, pay them back a little bit.
And it'll get them to 3-1 in the region.
That's pretty strong. And John Millage is, I think, the team out in front right now. I believe they're undefeated. And this Augusta Prep team, though, we talked about, went to the state championship game last year, lost to Stratford. But they're definitely a team to watch out for. You can tell that when they get space, they're able to hit shots. They're very good at shooting the basketball. Griffin Elmore for three. It's good.
Is he taking it away?
Let's see. So does the basket count?
Yeah.
Okay, basket does count from Griffin Elmore, but a foul will go on Gavin Edmondson. That's his second, team's fifth.
I think Coach Walls would take that.
Yeah, free for a foul. That'll work.
I mean, Westfield's already in the bonus. They still got two fouls to give.
Oh, my goodness. Stone almost shot it to the roof. Off the backboard, no good. And here comes Westfield with their biggest lead by 19, 49-30. Inside to Giles. Giles goes up. No basket on the floor. Foul will go on Josh Rosenblum.
Augusta Prep is just overmatched today.
Yeah, I mean, it takes it out of you when you got to sit in a car or van, what have you, for 3 hours and then expect to have your legs ready to go. And Giles misses the front end of that 1-and-1. And here comes the Cavs down low to Rosenblum. Rosenblum looking for something. Giles says, no, sir. What do they say on the Hawks? And inspected and rejected by employee number 15. Giles, though, gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Downing. Watkins, though, trying to calm things down.
I think if Westfield just kind of holds it and takes 30 seconds of possession, there's really no way Augusta Prep can beat them.
Yeah, I mean, Westfield's up 19 here, 49-30. Reagan Waller, cross-court pass to Griffin.
I think that's what Coach Walls is saying. Hey, they'd have to make every shot they took to even get it tied.
Yeah, they're just slowing things down here. Cross-court pass to Reagan Waller for three. No good. And Rosenblum will go up. He'll be fouled as he threw Marquise Watkins in the air. So to the line to shoot two will be Danny Rosenblum.
He almost walked right there, too, when he stopped. He kind of slid forward. You got to go straight up with the basketball.
Yeah, he waited on Watkins to get in the air to pull the old Paul Pierce / Oh, my God. They're telling the kid he needs Rogaine? Jeez. And goes 1 and 2 there. Hey, I'm sensitive to those Rogaine comments. Watkins has it stolen away by Downing. Downing gives off to Guthrie. Now Stone the other way. Puts it in for two. Good defensive possession there from the Cavs, and they've cut it to 16 with 6:10 left in the game.
So I'm saying Westfield just needs to try to toss it around.
Oh, Guthrie almost got a little push off there. Driving. Oh, my gosh. How is that a block?
He dipping his shoulder into him. Goodness gracious. You have never seen a charge in your life. That's awful. That is so bad.
And look at Coach Walls.
He can't dip his shoulder.
Frank Taylor. Coach Walls was close to getting a tee, and he got a warning there. Coach Walls got a warning there, but that
can't dip his shoulder.
So that is a foul.
He's allowed in that space just like an offensive player is. That's a terrible call.
Foul on Giles Amos. To the line will be Josh Rosenblum. Flat shot, but he gets the roll. Count it. 49-35. John Bard and Tanner Westbrook will check in to replace Reagan Waller and Griffin Elmore.
Wow, that's a bad. Ooh.
This shot could bring it to 14. Rolls around, and it does.
You're right about it. They hit every part of the iron.
And nothing's straight through. So checking back in will be Matthew Defer to replace Josh Rosenblum. 14-point lead for Westfield. Under 6 minutes.
What do we got here? Star of the game.
Now we got a somebody in the crowd said something. You know who I think it was?
Fitzpatrick?
Yep. And Coach Fitz, he's just getting ready for baseball. That's all it is. I love it. Oh, man. Oh, and Giles gets blocked from behind by Jolly. Now they give it to Gavin Edmondson down low, and he puts it in for two. Things are getting heated here. I don't know what happened here.
That happened in the stands. That was up here. Oh, my goodness.
Brett.
That's awful.
You're on the radio.
Yeah, and he's refereeing, and he's doing worse than I am.
51-35, technical foul on Westfield bench. Not sure what's going on exactly. It came from the crowd, but Westfield gets called for the technical foul, and making the first of two is Christian Guthrie.
I know. He's the star of the game.
So 51-37, and there's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them and get Brett some ice. We'll be right back after this on Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Once it installed, stop it from spreading. Introducing Kudzu from ComSouth, entertainment, media, and communications throughout the entire home from room to room. The ComSouth Kudzu whole home DVR allows you to connect up to 5 TVs, and with the high-speed media gateway, digital cable, HD TV, high-speed internet, and telephone services will spread throughout your house like Kudzu 2. Stop by and learn more at any ComSouth location in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley, or go to comsouth.net.
Now, back to the basketball game action inside the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'll just keep Brett's mic on mute. All right, I'll turn him back on. So inbound the basketball will be...
My thing is that I don't understand. You call it on the bench over here, but they came from the crowd, and this side is supposed to be the guest side. So, I mean, go figure.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of Westfield folks over here on this near side. I won't name names, but I see a couple. But anyway, still 14-point lead. That's the important thing for Westfield. 5.5 minutes left to go. Maintain your composure and get out of here with a win. And now Downing for three. No good. Rebound goes to Westbrook. Westfield's going to try to slow things down. John Bard is going to give it over to Watkins. Watkins, they're going to try to trap him in the corner over there. But he is a fancy dribbler, but he throws this one away, and Gavin Edmondson's going to have it. And,
called a timeout. Good job.
Okay, timeout on the floor.
Stay here.
We'll go ahead and stay here as we're 1 second under 5 minutes. 51-37 is your score. And for Westfield here so far tonight, we have Griffin Elmore, who has 15, 18, 20 points. He quietly does that, you know. He
can shoot the basketball too. I mean, and then he draws some like 3 or 4 fouls inside, and before you know it,
he was 3 of 4 in the second quarter for 9 points. And you know, here I'll go ahead and give you quickly halftime statistics. Here we're late in the fourth, but I'll go ahead and give you the halftime. Brought to you by ComSouth. Stat update: 5 of 8 for 13 points was Griffin Elmore. Watkins 1 of 1 for 3. Giles Amos was 5 of 6 with 12 points. John Bard was 1 of 2 with 3. And then you had Austin Burnett and Gavin Edmondson, both 1 of 1 for 2 points. Westfield was 3 of 4, shooting 75% from the free throw line in the first half. Griffin had 2 in the third. Watkins had 2. Giles had 2. And John Bard had 2 as well. And that is where we stand right now. 5 points for Westfield here in this fourth quarter, and it's 51-37. Watkins gets the inbound. But the Westfield leading by 14. 4:54 to go. Griffin Elmore, cross-court pass to John Bard. Bard goes up, he's fouled, and the basket rolls in and out. But he'll go to the line to shoot two as the foul will go on. Josh Rosenblum.
The Augusta prep coach is yelling, take a charge, and I'm thinking they not probably going to call it. You might as well get out of the way.
John makes the first of 2. Second of 2 on the way, no good. The rebound goes to Downing. 52-37, Westfield on top. Swinging around here to Downing. Down low now to Rosenblum. Rosenblum goes up. Giles says no, sir. And goes on the baseline as Tanner tried to save it, but he could not.
Good defense right there by Giles and not going for the fake, just keeping his feet planted.
Now Rosenblum drive, lefty shot, up and good.
He's a good-looking player. He can really shoot it.
Yeah, he's got a
mid-range.
Very good. So, 13-point lead. They got it as close as they've had it here in the second half. Now Tanner Westbrook pulls up in the lane, no good. A little short on that one. And bounce pass across the court there, and knocking it down is Chris Stone, and we're to an 11-point game with 4 minutes to go in this first half, or fourth quarter. They're drawing closer. Griffin Elmore almost fouled there. Now cross court, John Bard. John Bard puts it up for 2. Good job by John being patient that time.
He almost got blocked, but his length was just too much to overcome.
Guthrie bounce pass down low to Rosenblum. Back out to Stone. Long 3. No good. Rebound to Giles. Giles to Watkins. And here comes Westfield. They kind of let the Cavs dictate the pace here in this fourth quarter. They're trying to bring it back to them.
Well, this half-court trap has really helped them out. And right now, Westfield's wanting to run some clock, up 13 with 3:24 left to go.
And Watkins dribbling through, gives it over to Griffin, and kickball will be called on Downing. They were looking for Giles down low on the entry pass. So Jolly will step into the game to replace Stone. Entry pass goes to Watkins with 3:15 on the game clock. 5-second count on. Now Watkins gives it over to Griffin Elmore for 3. Nothing but net from Griffin Elmore.
That could be the coffin, the nail.
Yep, with 3 minutes left to go, it's back to 16 for Westfield. And an offensive foul going to go on number 30, and that is his 5th foul. He is going to foul out of the game as Christian Guthrie. So he will foul out. And his dad, the head coach, Mike Guthrie, they have to bring in a 5th player. Trying to figure out who it's going to be. And I'll put Stone back in there.
They got to get a shooter back on the court. See if they can't get some threes.
Yeah, they got to eat up some points here in a hurry as they're down by 16 with under 3 to go. Watkins almost loses the basketball, needs some help. And that's always easy to find with number 15, but Giles almost, a foul going to be called.
How does he even see that through the bodies? I don't.
Foul will be called on number 5, Jolly. So Giles will go to the line. But Giles got lucky there. He kind of had a lazy lob pass. And
2 shots, though.
He did follow it. But yeah, now, no good.
I think Westfield needs to get to 61 points. I always look at that getting in late in the game. So what points do I got to get to win?
Yeah.
I think they got to get to 61. Just looking at the math.
Giles makes a second of 2. Now he's swinging around. Jolly, if he had a firm grasp, he probably would have taken a 3. He's a little runner in the lane, and it's good. He's been a good player. Ryan Jolly's a good basketball player. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. Listen to Westfield Basketball, Georgia Sports Network.
Well, the news is out. Brandon Outfitters has taken Central Georgia by storm as one of the Mid-State's premier outfitters. Located just off I-75 in Perry, Georgia, Brandon has all of the latest gear for any hunting season or just for a nice night out on the town. They still have all of your favorite brands such as Southern Tide, Mountain Khakis, Southern Marsh, Patagonia, Costa, Orvis, and as always, a huge selection of firearms. Brandon also now features new brands such as Sims, Ray-Ban, Kavu, Chaco, Yeti, and much more. Come check them out at 106 Fairview Drive in Perry. They're sure to make your visit one to remember. Now, back to the basketball game action inside the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
That's where, with 2:28 to go in the fourth quarter, your score, Westfield up 58-43 over the Augusta Prep Cavaliers. And it's been a big night by Griffin Elmore, who's got, I believe, 23 points. So, good night for him on 8 of 15 shooting. And Giles Amos started out like a man possessed with 10 points in the first quarter, but somewhat silent since then. He's got 15 on the game. Watkins with the basketball. And he was fouled. Yeah, that was an easy call there on Danny Rosenblum. So Watkins will go to the line. So he'll be shooting 2.
I mean, the thing I always think of, they're down 15 right now. If you get to 61, that means in 2 minutes and 18 seconds, you got to score 18 points. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Reggie Miller. He makes the first of 2.
Well, although I said that the other night when Georgia Southern was playing Louisiana Lafayette, and sure enough, they got within like 2 points.
Yeah, that was too close for comfort. Second rolls in.
Tell you what, he's been clutch down the stretch. He made a couple big ones last Tuesday, excuse me.
Jolly for 3. 60-46. Jolly has just been a really, really good player here tonight. Only a freshman. Watkins just dribbling through, folks. Down low to John Bard, wide open for 2. Good vision. He's like the Chris Paul. And now long 3, no good, front iron from Downing. Giles Amos the rebound.
And that's all she wrote, folks.
Minute 40 left in the game. Foul is called on
Watkins.
That's his 4th. So Watkins will shoot 2. Some folks are starting to file out. I don't know if you notice a young man over there next to Doyle, Austin, over there in the front row. VT shirt on.
Oh, I see who that is. That's Logan Bird.
Yeah, Logan Bird in the house. The veterans quarterback as Watkins knocks down the first of 2.
Going to Virginia Tech.
And he's only a junior this year.
So next year he'll be a sophomore. I'm sure the Jake Fromm. Senior. Goodness gracious.
He's going to go back.
Yeah. So he'll be taking on that Jake Fromm Logan Bird matchup. Will be awesome to watch.
Fromm was the winner this year.
Even though we probably won't get to watch it because we'll be watching the defending state champs.
That's right. Long 3 from Stone. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Westbrook. 90 seconds to go. Westfield up by 18.
I think that'll do it.
Ball is tipped around. Griffin Elmore will come up with it. Count the basket and to the line, Griffin Elmore. The man is hot.
How many's he got?
25.
25?
25.
Wow. How many Giles got?
I think he had 15. Timeout on the floor. Take a quick timeout. Be back with more right after this in the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Once installed, you can't stop it from spreading. Introducing Kudzu from ComSouth, entertainment, media, and communications throughout the entire home from room to room. The ComSouth Kudzu whole home DVR allows you to connect up to 5 TVs, and with the high-speed media gateway, digital cable, HD TV, high-speed internet, and telephone services will spread throughout your house like Kudzu 2. Stop by and learn more at any ComSouth location in Cochran, Hawkinsville, Perry, and Fort Valley, or go to comsouth.net.
Now, back to the basketball game action inside the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back here with
Miss
a minute
Giggles.
22. Minute 22 to go here in this game. It's 66-46. Westfield up by 20. And to the free throw line when we come back.
Giggling camera girl up here.
Oh, yeah. She's having a good time with the scoreboard
The
chant
giggling
going on.
camera girl.
So 66-46, Westfield winning here convincingly here tonight. As
this is a huge victory for Westfield, and especially in region standings, they avenge their lone loss of the year in the region play, at least, and gets them to 3-1 in the region. Huge
good.
for him.
Looking very good. And he makes the the 3-point play to Griffin Elmore. Bounce pass, it goes out of bounds from Rosenblum. And Westfield will get the possession back here, up 21. Fundamentals chant. They've really worked on their student section cheers, that is for sure. Watkins gives it off to Giles. Giles going to be blocked. He is blocked from behind by Jolly, and they turn it into a basket in the other end to Chris Stone. Another timeout. Why don't we just stay here, Brett, with 61 seconds left in the game. 19-point lead for Westfield, and that got the fans.
I swear, it's like blocking Giles is.
Now they're telling them, these guys over here, they're on JV. So they're having a good time. Student section to student section. Enjoying themselves.
I told him to do that.
Here we go, just like football. That normally quiets them up. 67-48 is your score. And they're saying just like basketball, but the girls won and the boys are winning, so I don't know what their chant is back. But hey, high school, it's fun. So inbounding the basketball will be Tanner Westbrook. Now they're chanting SAT scores. All right, inbound goes to Reagan Waller. Reagan, foul called. And that'll go on Rosenblum. That is Josh Rosenblum's fourth foul. Or third, excuse me. That's on Danny. Man.
When you're losing the cheering, you go to either you've got no class or we're smarter than you.
That's what Georgia Tech did when we played them in Atlanta with Georgia Southern. When we started coming back, they started we're going to have higher test scores. So Reagan Waller knocks down the first of the two free throws. Westfield back up by 20 points. And knocked down the second as well. 21-point lead for Westfield. We're under a minute to go. Rosenblum looking for help. Gives it from driving the baseline is Jolly. Little floater. No good. But finishing the play is Downing. And Reagan Waller is going to break the press here, and then they call a foul anyway. And that will go on number 10, Danny Rosenblum. That's his fifth foul, so he fouls out. So two guys have fouled out, and here comes number 24, Chase Prather, back in to replace him with 41.8 seconds, and to the line is Reagan Waller. I love the talk of they'll be working at McDonald's. Look, guys, you're all private school kids who are getting a pretty good education at both schools, so got a feeling not many of you will be working at McDonald's.
I love it.
Reagan misses that free throw.
It'll be fun to see who meets if these region teams meet in the region tournament.
Now Tej Patel will check in. Waller knocks down the second. And a long three. Almost went in on the bank shot. Tej Patel goes up and Giles says, no, sir. Long three, though, and draining it is number 23, Miles Downing. And a foul will be called on Chris Stone with 26.5 seconds.
So at some point, you just got to say it's over.
Unless you got a rock and jock hoop, like I've talked about before, up your sleeve where you can, make a 25-point basket.
And a little bow wow.
Exactly. Huh?
I don't know.
Makes the first of two, does Griffin.
Drano.
Makes the fourth. He is 4 for 5, or 5 for 5 here. Long three, no good. Giles Amos with the rebound with 19 seconds left. And Tej Patel is going to commit the foul.
He wanted to dunk.
So Giles to the line. They are really not wanting this game to end. They think with a 3-hour car ride, they want to get in their car and go. Austin Burnett will check in here in a moment.
Working on their fouling.
15.7 seconds left in the game, and Giles knocks down that free throw. And here comes Austin Burnett and Connor Doles in the game. Marquise Watkins and Tanner Westbrook check out. Connor, the crowd favorite.
Doley Dole.
And there's Ryan Fitzpatrick kind of showing up in your bottom right part of your corner. As Giles knocks down that one as well, and he'll check out of the game with a big night.
17?
Somewhere around there, I believe. And 10 seconds left to go. Blocked by Griffin Elmore. And here comes Connor Doles going to go. Oh! And he makes it, Connor Doles. And that will do it. The night is complete. Connor Doles makes a basket. The Westfield Hornets win 76-54 over the Augusta Prep Cavaliers. We'll take a quick break and be back with you. You're listening to the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
In the midst of a strong region schedule, Westfield will step out of region play to take on a longtime rival on Friday, January 30th. Deerfield-Windsor makes a familiar trip north on Georgia 300 to take on the Hornets in the Nest. Westfield and Deerfield, no other words need to be spoken. The ladies tip at 6:30, followed by the boys at 8 o'clock, only on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network would like to thank all of its basketball sponsors for making this season's broadcast possible. Those valuable sponsors include Brandon Outfitters, Planners First, Com South, Sonic America's Drive-In, David Reagan Ford, and proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics, Bill and Laura Amos.
With all your game stats, impact players, and analysis of the game, welcome into the MidGASports.net postgame show, presented by Bill and Laura Amos, proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics.
Welcome back into the Hornets Nest here as the Westfield Hornets are victors here tonight, 76-53, and Westfield pretty much dominated this game throughout. And I tell you what, Kenny, it was an outstanding performance early by Giles Amos and then late by Griffin Elmore, kind of in the middle part and late. And it was an outstanding performance. the Cavaliers from Augusta Prep tried to make it interesting down the stretch, got to within 11, and then Westfield just stretched it back out. Some key free throws and shots by Marquise Watkins really stretched the lead out, and then Griffin Elmore hit a key three down here in the corner. After a little fireworks earlier in the fourth quarter, the Westfield bench got a technical, and the officials started to kind of make themselves a star in the game. But nonetheless, they were able to come up with a victory here tonight, and they will move to 3-1 in region play. Will the Westfield Hornets, as they are a victor here tonight, 76-53, and over a team that beat them last week. They get a little bit of revenge on the Augusta Prep Cavaliers in a big way, a 23-point victory. And what else can you say? You ready to go with those ComSouth stat updates?
That I am. In Westfield here tonight, big night from Griffin Elmore. 9 of 16 from the field for 28 points on the night for Griffin Elmore. Big game for him. 2 of 5 for Marquise Watkins for 9 points. Giles Amos was 6 of 7 for 17. John Bard, 4 of 7 for 11 points. You had Reagan Waller go 0 of 2, but he did have 3 points. Austin Burnett was 1 of 1 for 2. Gavin Edmondson, 2 of 2 with 4 points. And Connor Doles, 1 of 1 for 2 points. As Westfield wins here tonight, 76-59. I don't think there's any doubt who our player of the game is here tonight. Griffin Elmore with 28 points on 9 of 16 shooting is our Sonic player of the game here this evening. Those stats were provided by ComSouth. Check out ComSouth and their kudzu package. 2 guys here that know how to know it or use it themselves and love it. So be sure to check that out. Yeah, we know how to use it as well.
So join us back here next Friday night, Kenny. Westfield will be playing a huge rivalry matchup with Deerfield Windsor. So out of region, but it'll be a huge game, and you can expect both teams to have big crowds here. So
yeah, it should be a good game. We're looking forward to it, and I'll be here Friday. Won't be here for the Saturday game. Got a anniversary, but
it's not important.
So Westfield wins here tonight, though. 76-54 your final, and they go on to face Deerfield Windsor next week. So for Brett Taylor, I'm Kenny Cover. Thanks to Whitley Young for joining us at halftime. Thanks for Westfield winner here tonight, both games. You can listen to Westfield basketball on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network would like to thank all of its basketball sponsors for making this season's broadcast possible. Those valuable sponsors include Brandon Outfitters, Planners First, ComSouth, Sonic America's Drive-In, David Reagan Ford, and proud parents and supporters of Westfield Athletics, Bill and Laura Amos. In the midst of a strong region schedule, Westfield will step out of region play to take on a longtime rival on Friday, January 30th. Deerfield Windsor makes a familiar trip north on Georgia 300 to take on the Hornets in the nest. Westfield and Deerfield, no other words need to be spoken. The ladies tip at 6:30, followed by the boys at 8 o'clock, only on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.